Hey guys, I'm Ben with Truck Slider Warehouse. I'm here today with Dan from Great Lakes Glass. He's the senior technician there, and we're going to give some tips and tricks on how to put this slider into your Dodge Dakota truck. Now this fits 1997 and up Dodge Dakotas. It fits the standard cab, the club cab, and the quad cab. It'll fit all cabs of that truck. Our other videos will show you the technical parts of how to lay the urethane and how to prime this glass and the truck. So you can check that out. On that video, the technical video, we're installing a window into a Chevy Colorado, but the process is the same. This video, the purpose of this is to show you some tips and tricks specifically to your Dodge Dakota and what that means. Dan's going to offer us some good information today. So Dan, if I have a Dodge Dakota and I have a flat window in there that I want to upgrade to this slider, or I have a slider in there now that's maybe broken out and I want to put the slider in, how would I go about removing that slider? Now on the website we sell the wire and we also sell this pull tool. You'll see us use that in that other video. Which one of these methods would I want to use on this truck, Dan?
I prefer the wire method. It just seems to be easier, and it's a lot easier for the novice to get this done correctly and as easy as possible.
Cool. Can you show us real quick, Dan, how we would start that wire, where on this particular truck you would recommend starting the wire, and how to poke it through that urethane?
Sure. What you want to do on the outside, there's this little rubber. You'll see that. What you want to do is take a knife and just trim off a little corner on the bottom. And then you go from the inside and you'll insert this to push it through. And what it has is a little hole on the bottom, so you can take your wire and put it through here and then pull it back through. Now if you don't have one of these, you can also use a screwdriver, make a loop on the wire and then push it through that way, and then take a pliers and pull that wire through after you get it through on that side.
So at that point, what we'll have basically, and if we can show this, is we'll have one side of the wire on one half of the glass.
Correct.
And then the other side will be on the inside, right?
Yep.
So using a partner, you would cut this out then? How would I do that? How would I accomplish that?
You can either get some, they're called T-handles that hold the wire, or you can use a vice grips. And then each one from the inside, and then you just start from this corner and work your way up, making a sawing motion and going all the way around. It takes a little time. Just take your time and it should go fairly smoothly. It's just a matter of just taking your time and then working your way around.
Dan, am I going to do a lot of damage to my truck by cutting that out? It sounds like with a sawing motion I'm at risk of damaging my truck.
No, you'll be fine, because it'll stay inside this pinch weld, and you just got to be careful on the inside so you don't hit your interior or anything like that. But you can also take that off to get out of your way, but typically it goes rather smooth.
Okay, that's great. So now I have my slider out. I've used this method with the wire tool. I've got my slider out. A lot of the prep is shown in the other video, how to prep the urethane for the new bead and the priming. What we'd like to do is show you just like how would I set this window into the truck once I've got it there. Dan, so now I've got my slider out and I'm ready to put the urethane onto the new slider to put it into the vehicle. Can you show me where that urethane's going to go and how I'll get it into the truck?
What you want to do is lay a bead right here along the edge, not on the rubber part. That's going to be going to the body of your vehicle. So you want to stay on the inside right here and just follow that all the way around. Staying on the outside of these, what these are spacers, so you don't get the window sits correctly on your vehicle. So just stay to the outside of this, but on the inside of the rubber.
Dan, does it matter where I start and stop that bead? Should I start at the bottom or at the top, or does it make a difference?
The best place to start and stop is on your bottom corners. If you do it on the top and you start getting seams there, you have more of a chance of it leaking. So if you can get a solid bead, especially across the top and sides, you'll have less likely of any kind of leaking or other issues that way, because that's where your beads will join. And if you don't join them right, what happens is it'll look like this and you'll have a void on the bottom. Now if you do it on the corners, you'll be able to overlap them a little and smooth them together. So you want to make sure that you get the bead correctly put.
That's great information, Dan. Thanks for that. Dan, once I have this slider up in the truck, how do I hold it up in there just for temporary, and then why that urethane cures? How would I do that?
Just use tape. And what you want to do is tape diagonally across the corners and then across the middle on both sides, top and bottom, just to hold that in place.
Great. And then I see these tabs on the inside. What would I do with those? Are those there for a reason?
Yep. After you're done with getting the tape on and everything, you'll go into the inside and just take a screwdriver. You can see they're hooked a little bit, and just push that up around the pinch weld. The pinch weld is what you glue the window to and that'll just hold it in place and gives it a little more stability.
Okay, so I've got my tabs bent up, I've got my slider in there and aligned properly. Dan, once I've got this slider in the truck, and I've got my tabs bent up, I've got it taped up where I want it, what do I have to be looking for cure time on this, or what type of precautions do I have to take once it's in there?
You will want to wait approximately an hour before you drive it. And at that time too, you want to wait about 48 hours to wash your vehicle. And also while driving, you don't want to open up any side windows at all, because that'll create a back pressure, which could possibly break the seal on the back glass.
Great. Dan, are there any tips or tricks specific to this Dodge Dakota that I need to know? Anything that I need to know, or is it pretty much standard like the rest of the slider installs, and nothing specific to this vehicle?
It is pretty much the same, other than the fitting of it is very close. You got to get it just right for this molding to fit completely and tight against the body of your vehicle. A lot of them, even the factory ones, they don't fit exactly, but these are about as close as you can get.
Dan, we get a lot of questions on this particular truck about the fitting. We get questions about people saying it doesn't fit right. This truck is a little bit different than the factory one now on the aftermarket slider. Can you point out where the truck would sit on this particular slider?
Like I was saying, this actually fits around the outside, and a lot of times you will have, especially on the corners, is where you're going to notice this, where you'll have a very small gap.
Can you point out where the body of the truck will sit on this slider?
The body will fit just behind this molding right here. Usually when you get it, it'll move out just a tad, and that's where you'll have the body of it will sit just behind that rubber.
So this is actually going to sit to the outside of the truck a little bit.
Correct. It does not go inside and recess into it. It'll fit along the outside rim of the pinch weld.
So it's going to look a little bit different than my original slider did, or my original flat window did.
Correct.
So Dan, this slider will fit, it'll sit on the outside of the truck a little bit. It still looks good though, right?
Correct.
I mean, I'm not going to change the look of my truck.
No, it's just, remember, if you have one that doesn't have this molding around, it'll still fit, but this goes to the outside of the body of your truck, not in the inside. And just remember that, and it'll look just fine.
It'll look great. Okay guys, that pretty much sums up the installation on your 97 and up Dodge Dakota slider. We've talked about the tips and tricks for this particular model. We've given some good pointers here. Check out our other video on the more technical aspects of this, on where to lay the urethane and the primer and things like that. This is a very simple job that you can do in your backyard. Dan, if this is my first time doing it, how long would this take me maybe on a Saturday afternoon?
About an hour on average. They're fairly simple. Just take your time and go through the steps we explained to you, and you should be having no problem to get this done in a Saturday afternoon.
There you have it. We do have technicians on staff. You can call our helpline. We'll be happy to help you out with the installation of this slider. We have Dan on staff. We have other technicians here. You can call and ask questions before you do the installation or during it. If you run into problems, certainly give us a call. We'll help you out as much as we can. If you're not confident in your own abilities to install this slider, an auto glass shop typically will do this for $100 or less, and you can find a shop to do that. You'll just bring your own slider in. Why should you pay retail prices when you can buy this slider from us at a wholesale price and just have them install it? They'll be happy to do that for you. If you're not able to find an auto glass shop that'll do this for you at that dollar amount or at all, let us know. Give us a call. We have a national network of glass installers that we work with. We can most likely set you up with somebody that'll put this into your truck, or we'll simply ship you the window and you can have it put into your truck. This is a great addition to your Dodge Dakota. I'm sure you'll be happy with this product. Let us know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.